Welcome to day 30 of Unleash Your Creative. This is our last and final day. This is the day of reflection and intentions moving forward. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you for making it the full 30 days. Even if you didn't watch content every day, even if you didn't finish every single creative session that you set out to do, I am so excited, and I don't like saying proud because it's kind of like parental and ownership of you, but I'm freaking cheerleader for you, okay? I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because again, that very first intention that you set this month of even saying yes to this program, to this challenge, to this 30-day journey, that's the magic, okay? You saying and planting that seed within yourself that you want to open up your channel. You want to unleash this creative. And even though this was a 30 days, very linear program, which we're not linear beings, many of us, especially as women, we're not linear. And so I want you to know that even if you didn't show up every single 30 days, or if at all this felt like a lot or overwhelming in any sense, this is always here for you for life. You have this content, and what your intention was, that was the pure magic. Everything else that you received in this program was a bonus, okay? The community support and showing up live and the meditations as you turned inward to yourself, as you explored more about your medium and your creative process, that truly is the magic. And so today's last and final intention is to reflect on this past 30 days. What did you learn about your creative process, about where you are now, as well as what shifted in you, what maybe opened up in you? And even if you did show up for every single day that you set out to do, whatever your goal or intention was, or maybe you didn't, or maybe you only had one session, one big creative session, what was it like for you? How did it feel? Can you give yourself the acknowledgement that you chose this and that you showed up? And that if you had any creative sessions, can you celebrate that? Can we celebrate? Because I'm celebrating you so hard. It's a really big thing, especially as mothers, especially as, we may have busy lives and a lot of, multifaceted parts of our life. And for showing up for ourselves at all is huge and is beautiful. And we also get to model that to our families and to our children. And so this brings me into my last question. How do you want to move forward? How can, you had some accountability in this program, but moving forward, what is in right relationship for you? What is soul nourishing for you? How do you want to continue showing up for yourself? What does that look like? Take a few moments, maybe light a candle, get your journal, and truly sit down and make this a sacred process of tuning into yourself, of what would be most nourishing moving forward. And if you have the space to even think more about what logistics or what things needed to shift, because you paved a way. No matter what way you went, you paved a way this month, this past 30 days. And maybe there's some refining. And that's a part of the creative process too, is refinement. Okay? But I just want to also remind you, I feel called to share this, that the more that we show up for ourselves, the more energy and vitality and nourishment we have for ourselves. We feel not only so good about ourselves and have more energy for life and living and getting to experience more radical pleasure through our creativity. And also sovereignty and autonomy. I just want to name all of that. Like this is a really big ripple. But lastly, how that fuels you also will fuel your family, fuel your community, fuel your work, fuel like your life. So truly take a moment today, this last and final day of this challenge, and really take some time to reflect on this. I have been so honored to be able to witness you on this journey, and I'm so grateful. Again, thank you so much for choosing this. And this content is always here for you. So if there was ever pieces that you need to come back to, especially more on like the limiting beliefs as those come up, more on the explorations as you're there, you can always come back to this again and again and again. And that's why I wanted to create this for you. This was how do I say this? Like the creative, I could see this just really widespread, broader map of what it looked like, what the experience was and is as someone that's showing up in the world, opening up their channel, participating in their medium. And I have multiple mediums, okay? Like I also love to dance, and I also love to do photography, and I also love to do collage work and I love singing, and I love playing music. I mean, you see my guitar. So it doesn't matter specifically what medium you have or if you have multiple. The point is that is something that brings you alive, right? And what I'm trying to say is I see this big map for this like multifaceted creative. And so even if some things in this 30 days didn't fully resonate with you, or maybe it completely resonated with you and every single thing did, awesome. But even if there was just, a few nuggets, what were those nuggets? What lit up in you? What helped you these past 30 days? I would truly love to know. But take this time today to reflect, acknowledge, and congratulate yourself, because I am congratulating you. And this is just the beginning.